Hello everybody, this is Draco, and today we're gonna do something quite a bit different. We're gonna play Explorer, this exciting format on MTG Arena, and we're gonna play Mono Blue Spirits, which is like the closest thing I can get to playing Merfolk in this format. As many of you know, we are in this channel normally only playing Merfolk in Modern, but today we're gonna try something a little out of the ordinary here. And Mono Blue Spirits is actually a really cool deck in Explorer. I think Explorer is a pretty neat format, and you can play it on Arena, and I want to get some Arena content, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this kind of thing. And the deck is a really nice extension of something that's for some time ago was a really strong deck in Standard at the time, which was like a mono blue aggro deck that were running small blue creatures like Spectral Sailor, 1/1 flying for 1. And then you could put on Curious Obsession, which allowed not only the creature that had evasion flying to be a bit bigger, +1/+1, but also that every time it dealt damage to the controller, you draw a card. So this is a development on that in Explorer. And Explorer is a format that's pretty interesting as it's mimicking somewhat Pioneer, which is becoming one of the more popular, easy to access formats of in paper Magic, because of course, as many of you know, Modern is really expensive. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do this is actually also that if you guys want to try playing some really cool Magic, this is a really good shout if you don't have the money to invest in a Merfolk deck or in a Modern deck in general. Then you can go on to Arena and you can play Explorer, which is really competitive and really nice format with some nice decks. It's similar to Pioneer, and it's like this gateway before Pioneer is entirely into Arena. You can play Explorer, but many of the decks are the same, and there's also a Spirits deck in Pioneer. But the Spirits deck here, the mono blue version we see right now, is really cool. So I want to go through the deck, and then we're just going to play a little tournament and see how it goes here. So the deck has some 1-drops, as we mentioned. We want to get some fast aggression out. One of the best cards in the deck is actually Ascendant Spirit, which is like this cool little creature that costs 1, but you could grow it for 2 snow-covered mana. And you have 19 snow-covered islands, so you are able to grow this relatively easily. And you typically do that while holding up counter magic or other types of effect to protect your creatures. And if they don't do anything, so you don't have anything to counter, you can just grow this. I like this type of effect as it allows us to act in the end step. Curious Obsession is hugely important for the deck because this gives you card advantage. And normally that's in Merfolk what you get from Silverkill Adept and from Svealun. There's no way of drawing cards in this deck other than Curious Obsession, so this card is really important, so you don't run out of gas. Then this list runs a Singleton Fading Hope, which is just a little effect that can either save a creature or bounce an opposing creature if you want to get in there. And then Mausoleum Wanderer, which is one of the cards that allowed this deck to be really viable. This is just access the format Explorer from this Explorer new edition of cards anthology. And Mausoleum Wanderer is a great turn 1 play because it grows every time you play a spirit. Until in turn you get +1/+1 for every spirit you play. And then also it protects other spirits and it protects other creatures you have by being able to counter an instant sorcerer spell by sacrificing it. They can pay X, of course, where that is its power. But that's a really strong effect that you can counter removal spells to protect your creatures that are carrying the Curious Obsession. Slip Out the Back is an interesting card. This is an important card because it allows us to save our creature by phasing it out. And phasing, as everybody knows, is a really logical mechanic. Of course, it's pretty bonkers mechanic, but in general, phases out is a better version of it because it just says that this creature can't be targeted by spells or abilities. It can't be removed by mass removal. But everything that's on the creature stays there, and the creature then comes back in my next upkeep. And here I can attack with it again. So imagine me attacking with a Ascendant Spirit that has Curious Obsession on. They try to kill it with some sort of removal spell. And now I can actually use Slip Out the Back, face it out. I won't get the card this turn. But next turn I can it'll just come back and I can attack with it again. Spell Pierce is also in here, so that's kind of the same effect. You can protect your creatures with a Spell Pierce. You can see the logic behind what we're doing here. We try to protect our creatures so we can continue this aggression. And then we have 4 Spectre Sailors, which is also one of the ways you can draw cards in the really late game. That's actually not irrelevant. All these creatures are spirits, of course. You see spirits all the way, spirit, spirit, spirit. And that's because we have the Spirit Lord. The Spirit Lord, it is, like our Merfolk creatures, we also here have a Lord that just grants other spirits +1/+1. Of course, a really fine card, but actually not as important in the deck as the Lords are in Merfolk. But still a decent card here. And of course, we don't need to have anything like a landwalk ability because evasion is granted already by many of these creatures having flying. I like the Shackle Guys as well. This allows us to be a bit control-ish because now you can tap that. You can tap 2 spirits down and then tap creatures you don't control. So you can tap, blockers or threatening creatures on the other side by just tapping your your own spirits. And Rattle Chains is what I would say the best 2-drop in this deck here. It's simply also a way of protecting your creatures as it has flash. You can play this 2/1 flyer that's also a spirit and give one of your spirits hexproof. But that's really amazing. That's a great effect. But also it allows us to cast spirits instant speed. So now suddenly the Supreme Phantom is a buff spell. You can buff it up. The Mausoleum Wanderer can be played instant speed and counter something at instant speed, which is really strong. So there's a lot of counterplay with that. And then we have the Geistlight Snare, which is this deck's counterspell. It's a 3-mana counterspell, 2 colorless and a blue, but it has 1 less cost reduction per spirit you control. 1 if you have a spirit and 1 less if you have an enchantment. So sometimes it only costs 1 blue mana because of the Curious Obsession. But typically this would be a mana leak for the deck, and that's just really, really good, so we have more protection. Singleton Brazen Borrower on this list, which is fine. Singleton Otawara. And then we have the creature mainland here. We don't have any Mutavaults, which is sad, but the Faceless Haven does a pretty decent substitute for this. By tapping 3 snow-covered mana, we can grant this for 3 with Vigilance and all creature types. So it still gets the buff from the spirit, which is fine. Then we have a sideboard here because we are going to play best out of 3 because I do not like best out of 1. And here we have Wizard Protection as a removal spell. We have Ether Gust, which is a decent card against red or green decks to tempo them out. We have Unsubstantiate, which is a really interesting card because one of the things this card this deck is weak to is Supreme Verdict. Supreme Verdict recently got into this format as well, but Unsubstantiate will allow us. We can't counter Supreme Verdict, but we can return that spell to its owner's hand. So when they tap out for Supreme Verdict, you can use Unsubstantiate to get that back to hand. So that's the reason why this is in here. Then we have 2 Unlicensed which is against graveyard decks. We know this card from Modern, which is a great card. Slip at the back, 3 more of those when people are stacking up on removal against us. 1 more Witness Protection, and then of course 4 Mystical Disputes against blue decks. Good counter magic. Let's play a game of Explorer now. And here you can see we can enter this tournament, Traditional Explorer event. And let's see if we can win here. We're gonna choose our deck. We're gonna play the Explorers, and we're gonna submit it. Best out of 3 Explorer. Let's do this. And of course, I know this is a bit different than what we normally do, but if you like, to see something different like this, hit me up in the comments of this YouTube video and let me know that you enjoy different kinds of content. I think it's pretty nice to try mixing it up sometimes, and this is a pretty neat format, so let's see how it goes here. And we are right in the game here against Second Rodeo. I hope he had a really good first rodeo because the second one would be hard for him. We also get to play first, and we got a mulligan without lands. This is better. We'll keep these cards, and I'll probably bounce back the Brazen Borrower. We can turn out Ascendant Spirit into potentially Curious Obsession, or just hold on, but let's start by doing this here. I think I want to wait if I have 3 mana so I can protect my Ascendant Spirit with the Rattle Chains when I finally play the Curse of Possession. Because Supreme Phantom in turn 2 is also absolutely fine. We played out this guy and this guy. And we're up against a guy with a forest. Okay, so it came to pass that we now have the chance of doing this. And I think it's better to play the safe line. Probably for a green mana this would be pretty safe, but there's a chance that he might have something here. Nothing. Okay, that's cool. So we're going to play this first. We want to play Curious Obsession on the Ascendant Spirit. And we can attack in. Drawing a card. Look at this. Take action. Let's draw a card. I love it's like this main May ability. I haven't said no yet, so maybe that'll come to pass. Okay, so Topiary Stomper. When it enters the battlefield, you must circle that with a basic land. Put onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle. Okay, and it can attack. That's a great card. Can attack a block. So, okay, so it can block. That's good for me. You have to have seven or more lands to block. And here I think I just want to grow my Ascendant Spirit. You have to grow them, in the normal line. You can't just skip ahead. I don't want to play this yet because I want to be able to play Core Haven land. If I draw it here. I did not, but that's a pretty nice card here. Interestingly enough, we can actually use Rattle Chains as Mausoleum as an instant speed effect, but I think I rather want to just have this up right now than just pass the turn. Then I still have mana to grow this. Because you could play the Rattle Chains and then play the Mausoleum Wanderer as another type of Spell Pierce. Cavalier Thorns, that's pretty good. That's a pretty big guy. Can't do anything about that. It would be been nice to draw some of our Nicol Bolas. Pretty crazy. Okay. So he can actually play some cool cards next turn. Luckily we have things to do that. And now Spirit Warrior Angel with base power. We can grow it here to a 6/6, which is just insane. We should maybe have considered playing the Rattle Chains actually. But actually we threat lethal now. So he has to block with a Cavalier. So he blocks here, but then I can grow this. That's, of course, a bit risky. It's like all my mana, so it's a bit risky doing this. But he can't, he's only one colorless mana, so I think I just want to do it. What can go wrong? Oh wait, I can, of course. This doesn't provide that type of mana. Okay, so I think I just want to slip out the back on this one. Let's do that. Yeah. It means to give less damage, of course, but ooh, Shackgeist. Okay, can we play that? So we give him a turn to do all sorts of craziness, but we can counter a lot here. Actually, not that much. Can't counter that. Is this Otawara has been was giving snow mana? We had the chance there. Oh, vigilance. This is where I think we play both this and this. Yeah. So we got him on the first game here, Green Stompy. We want to get our Ether Gust in. I don't like... Fading Hope could be pretty nice against something like Llanowar, we saw that. Still with the back is not the best here. Neither is Spell Pierce. Witness Protection is pretty nice as a remote spell against these guys. We're just gonna fly over these creatures anyways. And that's just cut. What are we cutting then? Maybe cut one of the Rattle Chains. I like them, but in this matchup they don't have that much removal. Actually, I think Onto Champion could be decent as well, but let's just go with this. Okay, Mr. Brodeo. Mr. Brodeo. This is an absolutely fine hand. Llanowar Elves. So you can see here, there's a little argument for Within protecting that, but I rather think I want to get the beats on. And there's an argument for starting with Spectral Sailor, because you can then protect it with Mausoleum Wanderer without it falling off. So I think that's better. And if in case I do that, I just want to do it a flash beat. This troll here. Yeah, 4/4 Trampler. Yeah, of course that's not good for us, but here's where Within Protection is pretty neat. I can also bounce it. Let's start by playing this on this one and drawing a card. Ooh, one more. Then I think it's absolutely fine just to Witness Protection the troll here. This is a citizen. Another Llanowar. I like myself some Llanowars here. Cemetery Prowler. So that we can bounce. Here I just want to put down Vigilance. Enters the battlefield, attacks, exile a card from graveyard. Okay, so doesn't ran me here. Let's just get the beats on. Draw 2 cards. Look at this. More lands, maybe? More lands, okay. So, not exciting, but we can play this one down. And we should potentially just have Fading Hope that. But I don't really care about it right now. Let's just bounce this one now. Don't want to take too much damage. Oof, that's good. No blocks. So let's just attack again. Yes, drawing 2 cards. Look at all this card advantage, huh? None of the Mausoleum Wanderer. And a Geisler Snare, that's really good. Now when I've got this one down... so we want to be able to either Gust and Geisler Snare, so we can play the Wanderer here without any problems. We're gonna take some damage here, but I think we're still winning the race now. Yes, yes. No blocks. Look at this big wolf. Woo! My turn, okay. Okay, so because of this, I want to play down Spectral Sailor to grow my Mausoleum Wanderers. Not irrelevant, this extra points of damage here. And now I don't want to attack with the Faceless Heaven here. Let's just take, get the damage in the air. We're also winning next turn pretty easily, pretty handily. Ascendant Spirit is pretty fine here. I think it's good to get that one down. And now we're still able to either Gust. So we can't counter that one, which is kind of unfortunate. Because of Geisler Snare and his Land Wars, it's paying 3, so we have to let it resolve. Luckily we can counter this card that comes in now. Wretched Bomb. And we're gonna Geisler Snare that. And he conceded. Victory feels so sweet. And we just go right into the next game. That's also one of the things that's pretty neat about Arena. It's like so fast paced, you know, and pretty smooth interface. But one of the things I don't like about the Arena in general is alchemy. I don't like alchemy. The reason why I don't like alchemy is that it's like, for me, Magic card is something you update on a regular basis where you just adapt cards. That's too similar to something like Hearthstone or whatever. So I don't like that much. Okay, but we'll be right back for a second round. And we are against the top decker, which is never good, but at least we get to play first. He can top deck, we can start the aggression. I keep this hand, even though I don't really like it. And since it's a bit slow at the gates, I am considering whether we just want to start with the Mausoleum Wanderer so we can grow it with the Ascendant Spirit. I think that's worth it. Oof, red deck, okay. Don't like to see it, and I don't think... I think I want to get, you know, the aggression on here. Can't counter anything here this round turn, but Geisler Snare will be valuable. See, he will step out the back of this. We could also have countered it from the Mausoleum. I think it's actually a pretty crazy play he did there, but he chose that himself. We can attack here. He can't really afford to block. And now we can hold up Geisler Snare for anything he plays here. This is one of the things I love about this card. Threat of activation is so good. Is it this one I'm countering? I think it should be, so my Ascendant Spirit can keep attacking. I'm gonna put it on there so my Mausoleum can protect it. Spectral Sailor is fine. So we can't grow it now. Which means that it becomes pretty big. It's a 3/3 now. So it can become a 5 toughness creature. So red decks has pretty awkward time killing this. Okay, so that's annoying for Mausoleum Wanderer. Can't do anything about that. The big question is if it's better to grow this. I think it is, actually. Now we can do both. And play this. Ooh, Mausoleum Wanderer. I like it. Definitely want to play that first. I think I want to play this down. We're putting the pressure on the red deck. And look at all this card advantage we're getting again. So now we can grow this, or we can draw a card with Spectral Sailor. We can actually counter something for 2. You know, do a Spell Pierce now, because we can use the Spectral Sailor Flash Beat to grow the Mausoleum Wanderer. Some of the small cool things we can do. Oh, it's nice to hear that the weather's also warm in Sweden, but sometimes it's too warm, right? It's too hot. Damn, reaching 30 degrees Celsius plus sometimes is like, it's like you're living in an oven. Did you top deck what you needed to top deck, sir? Okay. So it costs 3 to. So I'll play this. And I'll counter it with Mausoleum. So he needs to pay out his entire mana base. This is just to get, you know, forcing him to pay these 2 mana as well. Okay, and now he does it. Okay, so that's really not intelligent, because I'll sack this now to counter the Magic Missile. Yes. Now the Bone Crusher Giant fizzles, and he doesn't get to replay that ever. We take 1 point of damage, which is fine. We can't draw now from the Spectral Sailor, but we can't grow this. Look at this big one. It's a 6/6 now. This is on the first strike, so I can't really attack with the Faceless Haven. He didn't want to play anymore. What can't be countered? Magic Missile. Oh my god, it can't be countered. We should have the Unsubstantiate in there. Against this, I want my Slip Out the Backs and my Eagle Gusts. Probably don't want the Spell Pierce. Fading Hope is probably not the most exciting either. I think tapping is somewhat weak. To cut a couple of cards here. Alright, we can take 1 down. The Hexproof is really nice. We got 1 of those so we don't overstack our counter magic. Okay, up 1-0 against the red burn deck. So here we are the controlling player. This hand is okay. We have 2 draws to get an island, which I think is fine. Then we can play Muslim Wanderer. Yeah, here the island is. That's really good. He might kill this off right away. But good point from Company Ceramic in the chat that Magical Missile, we saw that before. Really? You don't want to kill this? That seems really dumb. It's because he wanted to scry, okay. Maybe he's missing lands or something. That's a good card. Not much we can do about that, but I think I just want to get my draw engine up and running here. I want to be able to protect this with something like, I think it's going to be Slip Out the Back. So let's see if we can draw another blue source. You always want to get, you know, the engine up and running fast here, so we can get as much value as possible. We gotta take some damage in this game. Okay, so that's not really anything that bothers us that much. Yeah, so we can take some damage here. But then we can play this dude. Since it's kind of a race here, we're gonna take 6 points of damage, so we're gonna we're not gonna win the race. So I think I wanna I don't want to bounce this. It seems so dumb. Maybe playing a Mausoleum Warrior is not the worst, just to get 1 extra point of damage. You know, I think that's actually decent to do. So snow covered here. I think this is where we play the Haven. And we guys just gonna take the damage. But we can either gust something here. I don't want to either gust the Chain Whirler just for the damage. Yeah. Andreas Persson asked if this is the same deck as in the Pioneer. It is not actually. The Pioneer is has access to some really cool white spirits like Spell Queller, so they're gonna splash white. I think this is a pretty decent Ether Gust target actually, to just stall him out here. He put it on top, it seems. Ooh, now we can kill off anything here. Yeah. Gonna take 6 points of damage here. Going down to 8. A little too late on this. So maybe we're starting to becoming in jump mode with the Spectre Sailor, which is kind of awkward. We can also consider Otavara now. Definitely Slip Out the Back on the Goblin Chain Whirler seems decent, just to get some extra card value here. I don't think we are at the panic mode yet, so we just want to attack in here. Need some more than that. Okay. Unfortunately, this costs 4. Where's the Swayloon when we need it? Okay, so I think I need to chain, you know, Slip Out the Back the Chain Whirler when he attacks. Then we're going to take 3 points of damage, going down to 5. And we can Guide that Snare something, and next turn we can Otavara something. This is really awkward, but you just need to avoid taking too much damage here. What a snare here, this is so important. Okay, that's pretty nice. Team, well, I think I'm gonna jump it with Spectral Sail this turn. Let's just play this Ascendant Spirit. I like this draw here. Let's see what we can draw. Okay. So we can either Otavara or grow the Ascendant Spirit. Or draw a Spectral Sailor, that's fine. We might consider Otavaraing this one. Torbrand, okay. That's not that good for us. So I think actually now I want to Otavara the CF here. How'd that work out for me? Then I jump with Spectral Sailor. He can't replay the CF, which is like the Torbrand bomb. So let's do that. No trample here. He did not attack. That's nice. And also this was a pretty good draw here. How much damage is this? 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. It's pretty sweet. He didn't have anything else. So I think I think I can't kill him right now, so I think I want to kill him in 2 turns. I'll play this Supreme Phantom. Probably I'll play this one as well. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Oh wow. That's such a good draw. It's only the burn spells we die to here. We can tap everything else down. Doodaloo. Torbrand. Look at us! Look at our life totals, right? 3 and 5. This is exciting. But the Torbrand down, everything can go. Whoa! We got him. What a close game that was. And we'll do one more game just for funsies. I also want to play Merfolk, but I gotta say that it's a really fun deck to play, the Spirits deck here. So just a recommendation for you guys out there who are considering where can I just find something fun, fast I can play on my tablet. Download Arena. This is like no mythics, 10 rares or whatever. It's really not really that bad. There's 1 mythic in this deck here, this list. But definitely you run this list. I think it's also play this Explorer format. It's really fun. This is Rodrigo. Yes, this is fine. See, one of the things with the issue we hear is that without the Curious Obsession, this draw is a bit lackluster. But we can still get in there. I think I want to start with Ascendant Spirit. Again, no. This allows us to, we can just take it for 1, and if we have nothing good to counter, we can grow it. Maybe he killed it, but that's how it is. He didn't. This is so value, you know. We have 2 rattle chains. Oh, I want to counter this guy. Can I counter you? You are hereby countered. Kiki Jiki is out there, and I want to play this now. That's a good counter on the Kiki here. Fires of Invention, that's unfortunately something we can't really counter, which means that big stuff is coming down now. Fires of Invention, that deck. I like this card, it's so cool. Okay. What are we finding? I don't think the Rattle Chains is good in this matchup. I want to grow this now. And it's flying as well. So we'll try to see if we can raise him here. We have Spell Pierce, which is not good against Fires of Invention. I love Kenrith. So cool. So we gain 5 life here. Yeah, let's just take the damage. I don't want a Fading Hope here. Another fires. It doesn't really matter. So the question is if I want to grow it for the 4 or I want to play 2 Rattle Chains. I think I just want to play Rattle Chains here. Putting the pressure on. He's essentially at 16, so I need to push damage. Can also draw, but I don't like drawing. No, let's grow this. We want to draw like this instead. That's much cooler. Interesting. Okay, let's start by attacking here. We draw from the Ascendant Spirit. He can get his 5 life now. Why don't you choose me? We should have something like Misdirection here. Yes. I want to draw a land there. Yeah. He's gonna draw a lot of cards here. Can't do anything about that. Maybe we should have bounced the Moon Blessed's Cleric in response, but we're not that far off here. He can only play one more card. He goes to attacks. We play Rattle Chains. I'll give this guy Hexproof, so he can do something now, but now we can tap down Kenrith. Just for the damage reduction here. So he needs to give this one haste and hit for 8. We go to, but then he can't because then he can't gain the life. Come on. Come on, bro. Oh, damn. That's a flyer. Okay. Yeah, I am playing, after this game, I'm gonna play some fish after this specific match here. Can't bounce this because of fading. Yeah, let's just bounce this dumb Phoenix here. Come on! I want to draw land. Okay, that's pretty good. I can actually slip out the back this one and play only one. He's pretty dead next turn, right? He's on 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. Rekindle Phoenix. So if I slip out the back the Cavalier now, he can't give this haste. So I'm only taking 10. Yeah, let's just slip there. Yeah, yeah. You slipped out the back. Damn, that's 14. It's so unfortunate. Okay. You could also do that. Let's get some Ether Gusts in there. Wind Protection seems nice against these creatures. Substantiate. Not many remove spells. I don't like the Fading Hope. I don't like... Spell Pierce is good against that one, but I don't like our Rattle Plane here. Brazen Borrower is nice. We needed more Brazen Borrowers for this matchup. Oh, this is also pretty good. It's not tapping, that's the win condition here. Still at the back is not important. What are we cutting? Last card here. Spell Pierce is not amazing. We're just cutting a phantom, I don't know. I don't know. I did cut something. Let's see if we get the 3-0. That would be so nice. A key bet. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go with this one, and we can actually play Mausoleum Wanderer. I like it here because I can grow it next turn. Oof, that's pretty nice. I'm just doing this. Just double up here. Ascendant Spirit into Mausoleum Wanderer. Oh, nothing. You are so slow at the gates here, bro. Okay, I wanna hold up either Gust. Okay, I'll spell pierce this. Definitely spell piercing that one. Oh, maybe I'm just Mausoleum Wandering it actually. No, let's just Rattle Chains here. Yeah, that's so nice. That's because it buffs all my spirits up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, there's one more turn until Inventions comes on. So then we have the Ether Gust. We just need the Spell Pierce and the Ether Gust live next turn. Let's draw a land. Spectre Sail, that's also fine. Look at also as a Mausoleum Wanderer, you know, just being able to counter removal spells left and right. Bit deck. Yeah, I can't counter this one because I need. Yeah, I'll let this happen. Funny, didn't want to counter the other one. It's an 8. Touch the Spirit Realm. Taps out for this. This is a really good Spell Pierce target. Yeah, let's go. Three HP. We have Ether Gust in hand and a Shackleghast we can flash in. We overpowered him. We ran so fast. Okay, the Rattle seems better here because he did have stuff. Maybe it's better than tapping stuff down. Maybe it's just better than this. Boom, 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 boom. He did silent bid deck, it seemed. No bueno, no action. We need creatures. It's kind of an awkward hand, you know. So I don't see the Unsubstantiate being good in the many early stages, but yeah. So that's we need a better counterspell. Maybe that's not even for this matchup. If you draw blue source, I want to double up here. That's so crazy. The problem is that the fires comes in soon. Here's Kiki, we can't do anything about that. When is Kiki actually coming in? Okay. He gets treasure tokens, that's not good. Okay, that's a lot of time. I think we're pretty all in on our plan here. We can tap this one down, that seems pretty good. What is he considering here? Mila, the crafty companion. To attackers? No. You won't go to attackers. If he plays fires, isn't he just like dead here? You can play one more thing. Ah, yeah, okay, he's not dead. Of course, we can tap that one down. Look at us! That's Xaxes. And we managed to beat the guy. Boom! And that was Explorer. Just a little sneak peek on that format with playing this interesting little list here. And of course, let me know in the comments if you like this, if you want me to play a bit more Explorer with Mono Blue Spirits. This was fun, and of course a little bit different than we normally do. But if you like it, let me know in the comments below here.